Hello beauties, welcome back to the Jolie Beauty channel. If you're new here, my name is Jolie Cash and I'm the CEO of cruelty-free beauty brand Jolie Beauty. All my links will be down below. So today, it's a bit of a different video. I am going to be dyeing my hair purple. So if you follow me on Instagram, my handle is jolie.cash. You will have seen I put up this picture. I should put it somewhere here. And I did this through a photo editing app and it changed my hair colour to purple. Now, I got a little bit obsessed with this. I was like, I just really want my hair purple. So that is what we're doing today. I did get you guys to vote on Instagram and I think I got a couple of hundred votes on that and it was like 91%, maybe a bit higher, that said, yes, do it. So I thought, fuck it, I'm doing it. There are a couple of reasons I've decided to do this, which we'll go through in the video. I'll give you a bit of a hair history. Is that a thing? Hair story? Should be a thing. As I'm going along the process, so you can kind of see my reasoning and what I'm hoping to achieve today, if it's not a complete disaster. Because here's my disclaimer, I am not a hair professional and I do not claim to be. If you try to replicate this, do it at your own risk. It could go either way today. I might be loving life, I might be hating life, but at the end of the day, it is just hair and I can change it. So that is what we're doing today. The hair colour that I'm going to be using today is Pulp Riot. I have never used this brand before. I haven't coloured my hair in years. I think the only hair colour I used to use back in the day, because I have been purple before, was Lariche Directions. So this is a whole new thing. And to be honest, it's probably been how many years since I did my hair purple? I reckon it was 2009. So it's been well over 12 years since I've touched a purple hair dye and it's come a long way. When I was doing my research, I felt really spoilt for choice. I actually decided on this brand because there's a YouTuber that I follow on here called Aislinn. I will link her down below. Even though I haven't coloured my own hair bright colours, I watch all these kind of YouTubers that do wacky things to their hair and I absolutely love it. So I watch her videos all the time and this was her second favourite colour. I believe her first favourite semi-permanent colour was Eero Eero, which is something I haven't come across in the UK. So I picked up this and I'm kind of glad I did because apparently Eero Eero, I hope I'm saying that right, is really hard to get out your hair. And I don't want it to be super difficult to get out in case I really don't want it anymore. And also Pulp Riot do their own brand of colour remover. So I feel like if I really don't like it, I can maybe use that, but we'll see how we get on. So Pulp Riot, vegan, cruelty-free, which is obviously really important to me. And I picked up two shades. I picked up this one, which is a Velvet, which is a deeper purple, and this colour, which is Jam, which is more of a violet kind of colour. I think it's violet. Yeah, violet. This one says dark purple. And let's have a little look at my hair. You'll have to bear with me with my hair at the minute because what I've done is I've used a clarifying shampoo on it and then I haven't put any conditioner in it because I'm hoping that's going to help the colour to basically penetrate my hair a little bit better. So, let me get a brush. That would be a good start, wouldn't it, with a hair thing, to have a brush. But of course, I don't have a brush. So my hair colour at the moment is a level 6 brunette. And it's got a bit of a balayage. I would say it's maybe a level 7. Some parts it's a level 8 on the ends. I'm not going to be bleaching, so this is going to go straight on my hair, just how it is. And because I've got a bit of a balayage going on, I was hoping that I'm going to use Velvet, which is the dark purple, up at the roots to tint that, and then blend it into Jam on the ends. So I'm going to try and conserve my balayage a bit, but just make it purple. And I've got a little bit of a money piece going on here, so it's really hard to see in the lighting. There we go. But there's a lot of highlights going through there. So I'm really hoping to kind of retain these shades, and yeah, I don't want to cover it all in one like flat shade. I want it to be still dimensional, but like dimensional purple. We'll see how we get on. I also have some extensions, some clip-ins that I'm going to be dyeing to match as well, just to give myself a little bit more volume. And yeah, these kind of, they were like an okay match to the bottom of my hair. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to dye it with the velvet on the top and then drag it through into the jam on the bottom, and we'll see what we get. So I know obviously with these semi-permanent colours, most of the time you need to pre-lighten your hair, but I did see on their swatches, these came out pretty well on level 6, and I am going to be using the darker colour where my hair is the darkest. So we'll see if it sticks or not, or it might just not take at all and I might end up with like brunette and then purple ends a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. It'll be fine. And I might ruin a whole pack of extensions as well. That's the only other thing, so we shall see. So in front of me I have some kitchen bowls because I'm a professional. I have some gloves that I stole from the lady in the supermarket. No clips over here. And I have some bobbles to section my hair. Oh, I do have a tinting brush as well. I do. Like, we're not starting off well, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
Moments later.
This is a disaster already, isn't it? So let's take some of this jewellery out first. I mean, I don't need anything to get in my way at the moment. Like, I feel like I need all the help I can get. And this is not going to help me, so let's just get rid of it now. And I'm just going to grab one of my husband's t-shirts because I'm not going to ruin my own clothes. He's actually going to be editing this video, by the way, so sorry babes. Like your t-shirt though. Okay, so let's crack on, have a little look at the shades. So this one is the shade Velvet. So it says on an eggplant velvet aubergine. So this is the dark purple. Ooh, that is pretty. It looks super dark. Wibble it around a little bit. That is so pretty. I'm excited. And here is the shade Jam. What does it say here? Violet Jam. Wish I had 2 tinting bowls, but I'm not going to mix the brush in that just because I don't want to get the colours all distorted, but that's that shade there. And I actually thought I was going to use a lot more of the Jam, first of all, when I looked at the swatches online, but actually I just don't think it's going to cover as well as this one. The actual colour that I'm going to use the most of is this violet shade. So it's good that I picked up 2. So yeah, I'm already lost. I'm like, what am I doing again? Oh yeah, I'm dyeing my hair. So I'm just popping a little bit of like heavy moisturiser on my hairline to try and make it so I don't actually look like a blackcurrant when I go out later, because I am going out after this, so this stains. I'm just going with it. I'm actually just looking at these colours as I'm like sitting here. I'm like, I am literally going to match my Sorcerer's palette. I think I've picked up pretty much like that shade and that shade out of it, don't you think? Let's see if it actually comes out like that. Thank you, supermarket lady. Much obliged. Because let's be real, unless I'd seen the gloves in the supermarket today, I would not have remembered. And my hands would be fully purple for sure. Oh, I like the feeling. Right, anyway, I digress. When I see like people that are good at this, do this, they part their hair down like the middle, don't they? Yes, they do, that's what they do. And then they go like behind their ear. Yeah. And they bring all that hair forward. Ooh. Okay, that's good, that's good. That's one section. And that's one section. Maybe I should have done this before I put the gloves on. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I sound so confident, like I'm telling you what to do. I'm not, so please don't follow me. I'm just pretending that I know what I'm doing. That goes forward, that goes back. Oh yeah, we're getting somewhere. And then, because I want to keep these front bits... Oh, Loki, come! What's the matter? Come here! Sorry, Loki's just having a little whinge. Like, Mommy, you're about to do something terrible. Mommy, stop now. Okay, so because I want the front bits to be a little bit of a lighter shade, I'm going to pick them out as much as I can. And then I'm just going to section those off with a little clip. Does that look really wonky? I want them to be even-ish. Hang on. Does anybody have like, look at me. Does anybody though, in all seriousness, have like way more hair on like one side of their head than the other? Because I definitely do. I've got like twice the amount of hair on this side to this side, and I don't know why. I remember like when I was younger, my like a hairdresser pointing it out, and I thought to myself that it was maybe because I was like conditioning one side more than the other. So I've been like really, really careful to make sure like I'm even with my hair, like when I'm pulling it and stuff. And I think it's just always growing that way. Look at that. Well, at least we can laugh at ourselves. This is a disaster already, isn't it? No, it's going to be great. It's going to be grand. I'm going to have to take the gloves off to do this, I think. It's just hindering me. That's better. Look at me without gloves. Proper professional. That's as good as it's going to get out the way. So I've got 4 sections going on. Maybe I should actually show you the division. 4 sections, and the first colour I'm going to start with is the darker purple. So this colour of velvet, because this is what I'm going to be popping on my roots. I am hoping I'm going to have enough for my head and the extensions. Like, I don't have that much hair, my actual head, so fingers crossed that I don't run out of colour, because that could be an issue. And yeah, I mean, that's my sectioning. I told you, I'm not a professional. Let's just see how it goes. Oh, before I begin, I just will give you a rundown of my hair history. So underneath here, from about my ears downwards, used to be like bleach, white, blonde. So this is, you know, really porous hair. Then up here, this has just been dyed once, maybe twice, with a brunette permanent shade. Because everything has had a colour on it once, I'm hoping that might have opened up the cuticle and will allow the dyes to penetrate more. I don't know what I'm going to do when my natural grows in. I might have to like dye it with a tint to match it up and then put the semi on. And yeah, that's what we've got going on in my hair. I keep saying but yeah, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, let's just slap the dye on the head, right? We're going in. Yeah, I'm going in with the dark purple. So, ooh, I was going to start speaking then, and I started putting the purple on, and I'm like, ooh, this is pretty. Oh my god, this is pretty. I hope this suits me. I remember last time I really enjoyed having purple hair. Look, I've got it all over my face straight away. Well, it looks like I'm going out like a black currant tonight. So I'm just going to run around the head actually with the purple first. The dark purple first, and I'm going to do my ends all in the other colour. That is pigmented. Holy crap. That is way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm obsessed already. Until she washes it out, and it's not actually in my hair. So I've just been really feeling like the need for a change recently. I've had a few things like going on. Kind of realised that life is too short. It's very, very short, and you should just do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it, and like not worry so much about holding back, or, you know, I feel like I just have this habit of thinking, oh, I'll get around to it eventually, and then it just never happens, and I'm kind of sick of doing that. So I feel like in 2022 I just want to like live for the moment a little bit more and not worry so much about like consequences, etc. I think the last 2 years really has made people like open up their eyes and realise, you know, there are so many important factors that you should look at in your life, and you can get like really, ooh, what's going on here? You can get like really carried away with like work and career and kind of put yourself on the back burner a little bit. And I just think I'm kind of sick of doing that. I just want to have a bit more fun, live life a little bit more. I don't know what the words are. I hope you get what I'm saying though. So this consistency, I hope you can see. Is this light enough? That's what I worry. This colour's going on beautifully. It is really, 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 really purple, as one might expect. I really thought I was going to do well with the sectioning, and it's just all gone to shit. It's all falling all over my face. Oh no. Oh well. So part of the reason I'm doing this makeover, so a couple of years ago, I started having like anxiety attacks, like not really for any specific, I hate that. Not really for any like specific reason that I could like attribute it to. It just felt like really random. Like one day I was fine and the next I was like having panic attacks and it was like really weird. So I got diagnosed with anxiety, which is real fun and games. So if you've been here for a little while, you'll know that I used to have really bleach blonde hair. I'll put a picture on the screen. And I absolutely loved being blonde, but I was blonde for like such a long time. And I felt like the longer I was blonde, the more scared I was of changing my hair. I know it sounds like really silly, but it's quite a long process to get your hair to like white blonde. So I was just a little bit like, oh, I don't want to touch it with like pink or anything because I'm going to ruin this blonde. But I think it kind of got me stuck. So I was like blonde for like years and years and years. And really, I'm not the kind of person to have like the same hair colour for years and years and years. But like 2 years ago, I started having, well, maybe like 2.5 years ago, so like pre-pandemic, I started having like anxiety problems. So I started getting panic attacks. I don't know if any of you guys have anxiety, but if you do, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And this starts creating a hormone, a stress hormone, which is cortisol. So cortisol, unfortunately, when they say you're tearing your hair out, that's kind of literally what it means. Like I wasn't physically like ripping any of my hair out, but I just started like noticing my hair was like thinning and it just didn't look as full and things like that. So that coupled with like all the bleaching I was doing was just a no. And that's why I decided to go brunette for a while, just to give it a break. But then to disguise the fact that my hair was thinning, I started to have extensions done, and I'm not talking like clip-in extensions. These were proper like bonded, glued extensions. And I have had extensions like that before. Like I've had micro beads. I think they're called micro beads. But the thing is, I just don't think you can really truly have extensions and not get any damage. Especially with fine hair. Like maybe if your hair is like super thick, it can take it, but my hair is fine and it's weak, and obviously it was becoming more and more brittle because of this cortisol and my anxiety. So although my hair looked a lot thicker, you know, with the extensions, it wasn't truly fixing the problem. And actually, like deep down, I just know the problem is being made worse by the extensions. So that is why I recently made the decision to remove all the extensions and just let my hair be. And to be honest, like I didn't mind having like long brunette hair, but I just wasn't really feeling myself with like the short brown hair. And that's why I've decided to go for a bit of a different look, go back to dye my hair like some fun colours, and hopefully I can get away with doing this without bleaching it. As I said in the beginning, I do already have like pre-lightened bits, so I'm hoping the dye is at least going to take to that, but we shall see. I'm just combing it through just to make sure I've got all the bits on top. God. Someone teach me how to section hair, please, because So I'm just going to go in the other room where I've got a mirror so I can see the back. I'm going to pop the rest of this dark shade on the back of my roots, and then I will come back and we'll finish the rest. You know what I've just realised? I've been doing it without my gloves. See, even Loki's telling me off. Mom, I was so proud of the fact that I had gloves, and then I fucking forget to put them on. Ugh. Okay, I feel like I've got most of my roots done. Just using a comb to try and make sure it's like fully saturated everywhere. And obviously I'm bringing that purple down lower at the back because I want it to look darker at the back and then lighter at the front. This colour looks amazing. I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is take my second colour, which is Jam, and then I'm just going to use the gloves and just pop this all the way through the ends in sections. And I am going to remember to put the gloves on this time. I don't want to go on. Damn it. Oh, I ripped it now. Well, that's good going, isn't it? I think I'm in. That's what he said. I feel like I'm going to start at the bottom with this. That's what he said. And just hope for the best. I just hope this is dark enough for me to cover what I've got going on. Looking purple. So is my table and my bathroom and my walls. It's all looking pretty purple. I am just hoping that this is going to be purple enough to cover, because like as I'm putting it on, I'm not sure if it's like going over very well. Maybe I should have added a little bit of the violet in to this mix. I'm not sure, but I was hoping to keep the rest of the violet to do my extensions as well. Keep on going, we'll see what happens. Okay, I feel like that is my hair pretty well saturated. And my neck, and my forehead, and pretty much everything I own at this point in front of me. But yes, so I am going to go away. I think I'm going to leave this on for about an hour. And then I'm also just going to go and do my extensions to match. I'm going to do pretty much exactly the same thing. The dark purple on the top into the lighter purple, if I've got enough product. And then I will see you when I get back. Are we ready for the big reveal? I know, Loki, it hasn't changed at all. It doesn't look any different. I know. What happened? What happened, Loki? Why is my hair not purple? You tired, baby? Well, my scalp is definitely purple, isn't it, Loki? Look at that. Look at my scalp. Okay. I'll come and give you some loves in a second. Oh. Saul, can you call the dog, please? So my final thoughts on my hair. Well, my scalp is very purple. My hands are very purple. My bathroom is extremely purple, and my hair is not. So I wasn't expecting to get like bright purple by any means, but honestly, this colour, it has almost just neutralised my brown and made it like darker. And I really do enjoy the colour it's made it. It's almost like a bit more of a cocoa, dark brown. It's actually quite hard to tell what it looks like at the minute because all I can look at is this like Ribena scalp. I just wish some of this was a bit more on here. As you can see, like the front parts of my hair that were lighter have gone like a nice colour. I just don't want to have to lighten my hair to get it all that shade, because obviously, like I said, I'm doing this as part of like a grow out process. The thing that I do like is giving my hair like a nice gloss, like it feels really healthy and smooth. I do think it looks like in better condition now I've done this. Hopefully this doesn't stain my scalp too long. Bit of a fail. I think though this has made me miss being like one all over brown. So I was thinking of just like trying to do a brunette with a hint of purple. Or if you know any direct dyes that will penetrate this hair. It's on my ends, it's kind of on my roots. It's like the mid section, it's the mid shaft, it hasn't penetrated. And I think that's because obviously these are really bleached, so that's taken the colour on, whereas this has only been touched with permanent. So maybe the cuticle just isn't open enough here for it to take the dye in. I mean, you can see like a tint, but it's really just not strong enough. And then on the roots, it has taken a little bit, but it still wouldn't be considered purple, and I know when I wash that a couple of times that's just gonna like not be there. So my question is to you, what do I do next? Should I try and go all over purple by lightening my hair? I'm not gonna lighten my own hair, probably not. I'm not sure after today I'm ready for bleach. Definitely would go to the hairdressers and then put my own colour on afterwards. Or do you think I should go an all over brown when this comes out? Give me some direct purple dyes that will work on this type of hair, please. I saw a video of, I think it's Brad Mondo's colour line, but obviously I'd have to ship that from America. So I'd have to look into that, but there was a video I saw and somebody put that on like virgin brown hair and it took to it. And my hair's not virgin, it has had the cuticle opened a little bit, so hopefully that might work for me. I don't know. If you've got any experience or ideas or tips, I'd love to hear them. But that's the end of the video for today. I mean, it doesn't look awful. It's just not what I wanted. Subscribe down below if you want to see part 2, where I'm probably going to fuck up my hair a little bit more. And make sure to give the video a big thumbs up just to help me in the algorithm, because God knows I bloody need it after today. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah!